Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading where we do energetic reading for the K-pop experience and to be able to see different subjects or different scenarios that we would like the tarot to tell us a bit what is it like to be part of that scene or that situation. Of course, like I always say, this is just an interpretation. This is just a tarot reading, so don't take it so seriously. Just take what resonates with you, and if somehow your intuition or your perception seems to agree to my interpretation, that's wonderful. But we are not stating facts here. So today's subject was recommended in the comment section, which I appreciate very much. Thank you so much to the person that actually recommended this theme. And today's subject is K-pop, actually foreigners, K-pop idols, the idols that are from other culture, other countries, and that they are not like entirely 100% raised in Korea. They could be Korean also because, the spectrum is really large. So I could also be talking about the ones that probably their parents are Korean, but they were, I don't know, born and raised in other countries and then came back to Korea to the training process. So let's talk a bit about what is like that situation. On the left, I placed the foreigners, K-pop idols, and then to the right, I placed the Korean, the Korean idols, how they feel about them. And then one extra card of the oracle. Of this time, I'm using an angelical oracle, which is very lovely. So let's talk a bit about the cards that these foreigners, K-pop idols got. The first card is the Devil, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. So definitely there's like a very strong and very like blunt and straightforward nature in these idols. And I think that since the Devil is the first card, definitely comparing to Korean native idols, they seem to be they seem to have like a very strong desire and drive and a very intense nature in them. And I would say that they probably are a little bit like hungrier for recognition or hungrier for success. Because I think that also for you to be willing to leave your country, leave your family, leave your friends, and to go enter into these competitions and all the stress, and you really must have like a very strong desire to do it. So I think that here the Devil card, the first card, is actually telling me that these are people that they really wanted this. They really wanted to succeed. And I think that it's a bit intense, their energy, because I do not only see the Devil, I also see it like with the other cards, that is the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, that these are cards that talks about advances, about you moving forward, you going toward your goal no matter what. There's a lot of passion here, there's a lot of drive, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of intensity. So I think that when you compare them to Korean idols, I think that they definitely are more passionate, but sometimes that passion can be a bit too overwhelming, probably for people that have to work with them at the beginning, because I think that this nature also makes them a bit harsh and a bit like too ambitious, to be like I'm going to get it anyways, no matter what, or no matter who I have to uh who I have to win, or who I have to compete with. It's like it seems like they almost have no boundaries to their desire. So I'm not saying that in all of them the cases is like this, but it seems that when they enter the industry, I think that their motto, their lemma is to win, to go and to conquer, basically. There's a very strong desire to make it. And at the same time, I think that it also, since the devil is here, it also talks about, about you feeling a prisoner of those desires. In a sense that probably it's not only about you wanting to become successful and you wanting to be an artist. It also talks about money, fame, and ambition. I think that some of these people, they are, like I said, they are so hungry for success, because I think that some of them do come from a background where some of them are actually like pushed by their families. It's like they're their family's only hope. So they are like, okay, go and make it. So I think that even though some of them do want to be good artists and they want to be their best version, some of them are motivated by money and also by them having had to go through probably a lot of moments of economical instability, of coming from very poor backgrounds, or probably like, because I see like two scenarios, like having these foreigners like being from wealthy families, actually. I mean, for them to be like really comfortable with other cultures because they had traveled a lot in their short life, and because they are used to, being like a worldwide kind of child or young person. But then there are others that never left their houses, or that they never left their community. So for them, it's something that is related more from a place of need, or to cover their family's need, or maybe if they see that their family is struggling financially, they do want to do their best to make it. So this is what I see. There's this very strong desire and drive, but at the same time, there's this almost like desperation. There's this feeling of like, whatever it takes, I will make it whatever it takes, because there's like this inner fire. Almost there's like a rage inside, like, oh, I'm going to make it there, over there, So sometimes I think that probably for Korean idols, it's like these people with different traditions or different way of communication, or it seems like probably they are not very good at the beginning at the language, but they are very strong when it comes to their presence, or when it comes to their body language. So they can be a bit intimidating to Korean idols, that they are, that idols have to have a certain like a certain attitude, certain manners. And I think that for foreigners, even though they do learn these manners, because when you're an idol, you have a certain rules to follow, especially when you're on camera. But I think that somehow there's a moment where these foreigner idols, just relax, and they start like showing their true, their true nature, and their true ethnicity, or their true background, or their true traditions, because they cannot erase who they are. They can learn the language, yes, but they cannot be like 100% Korean. So I think that somehow at the beginning, at first, for Korean idols, it's a bit like, whoa, this person is too much, or maybe considering them a bit rude, because they do exude, I don't know why, but they do exude this kind of rawness, this kind of very strong, like in your face energy, that it's a bit more, it's a bit more aggressive than Korean, and it's not that Korean idols are not, passionate enough or aggressive enough. It's just that sometimes they are taught to repress those feelings, to be like, okay, I'm upset, but I'm not going to say anything because of the age, because of the status, because this person is older than me, because this person is younger. So they are like they have a lot of restrictions, and they sometimes can be a bit passive aggressive, but they cannot be like 100% aggressive, and I think that foreigners is very different. For them to say what's on their mind, or to be like, yes, I don't like this, or maybe they can like hold themselves back from not saying, but their body language will let you know that there are some things that they do not like, or there are some things that they just don't want to do, for example. So they represent this strong force, and especially because I think that also maybe Korean people, they are very observant of their body language, or they are very like hyper aware if the other person is upset, or if they are not comfortable, if they are not, there's something that they are not saying. So they are like hyper alert, to see what's going to come out of their mouths, or what are they going to say. So maybe they also are like too like paranoid about, oh, what's this foreigner is going to do, because I do not know, like. But let's see the Korean idols point of view, and here with them we have like a very more like gentle nature, in the sense that we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So for them, it all starts slowly. Their interactions with the foreigner, it starts slowly. It's something that you have to build every day. It's like a chore. You have to do it every day. It's like a routine. You need to practice, you need to put patience, you need to work on that, you need to put the effort. So definitely for them, it's like, it's almost, it's like, for them it's like business at the same time, and it's about work, and also at the same time it's also about results. So they definitely know that for them to be a successful group, they need to be patient with people that are foreigners, because it's like, and I think that they definitely do have the patience, because the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles also, it talks about you being patient, even though you know that you will not get the result you want right away. You being patient anyways. and you taking things as slow. So yes, maybe there are attitudes or maybe there are um, some behaviors of foreigners that they do not like or that they feel comfortable with, but they really try to understand, and they try to be as empathic and as open as possible, because here with the last card, that is the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is an invitation for love, and it's also an opening for emotions. So I think that being patient with the foreigner idols, it's actually for them is a love language. It's a way of being like, okay, I do not like you entirely. At least at first, I find you weird, but then I will come to love you because I understand that you are away from your family, or that they just connect with these people. And I think that they do offer their love and their compassion because they are very polite. This is what I'm seeing here, that they are like offering, the Knight of Pentacles and the last card, that is the Knight of Cups. It's all about you putting the effort. It's all about you planting the seed. You also being a giver, and at the same time of you being offering an opportunity to someone and putting the effort and making the first move if it is necessary for you to grow in this connection. And the fact that this Knight of Cups is here, you can definitely sense that they get attached emotionally to the foreigners, that they really got to love them. They really develop feelings for their foreigners team members. And but then if I see, for example, if I see the side um, of the foreigners, I see the foreigners like being more on this combative kind of energy. They also, and the last card is also a knight, but it's a Knight of Wands. That is the Knight of Action. So definitely they do feel something for their teammates, but there's also a kind of rage inside of them, because somehow, and then with the Chariot, that the Chariot represents Cancer energy, and Cancer, it's all about the home. So I think that there's also a bit of a frustration in the foreigner idols, where sometimes they want to give up and they want to go back home, or they want to go back where they belong. So there's like this wound inside of them. There's like this nostalgic, like being nostalgic, like missing your home, missing your family. Like, I think that if they put on this brave kind of mask, and if they put on this very like ambitious mode, it's because they want to make it as soon as possible and get it over with. They want to make it. They are like, okay, what do I have to do to make it? I want to make it, I want to make money, and I want to go back home, something like that. So obviously their inner desire, or maybe their emotional needs, despite of them being really loved and accepted by their Korean teammates, it's that actually they do miss their home, and that they try to cover this desire, and probably they are like, they hide it very well, and they're like, okay, I'm here because I have work to do, because I have to keep my eyes on the objective, I have to be rational, I have to work hard. But there are moments where they miss their background, they miss their culture, or they miss probably their families that are far away, because I know that some of them probably they have family members in Korea, or some family, but it's not the same. So but it's really nice to see that the Korean idols actually do love, but really from the bottom of their heart, they do come to love very much their foreigners teammates. And then the last card from the oracle of the angelical oracle, it's helpful people. So this is also very meaningful in the sense that I shuffled the cards and it came out helpful people. It means that they definitely, for a foreigner K-pop idol that wants to participate in and wants to work in that country and in that industry, there are going to be instances where they feel like they are not welcomed or where they feel different. But then at the end, they're always going to find people that are going to be helpful to them. And that actually, I think that, at least from what I can see, that the people that they work with are really helpful and that are going to help them in their process of achieving their dreams and their goals. So this is very meaningful that that this card came out, the helpful people, because not all societies are helpful to foreigners. This is the reality, and I think that for them to get this card, I think that it definitely shows that Korean probably are in this moment are being really accepting and really like welcoming and really like they're really helping these people and they're helping each other. So I think that it's really lovely to see it. It's because when I shuffle, I have 1,000. There are like 40 cards in the deck. And the fact that helpful people came out, it's like the summary of all this reading, to be like that that the Korean people, the Korean artists are very helpful. So this is very nice. So it's very lovely, at least for the ones that really want to go there and work with them. It's really nice to know. No, they are very hardworking and that they have like a very strong work ethic. But it's also very important to be helpful to others that are different from us, from our culture or our background. So yes, guys, this is all I have for this energetic reading for foreigner idols. So thank you very much for being here, for always participating and recommending me new ideas and new readings. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.